Why would I not situate things, Tim?
I thought they were already situated.
Welcome to the show, SKIDS PODCAST. Tim's telling me that I look like Trump moving things around.
Yeah, he has to rearrange the table wherever he sits.
Yeah, I had to because I wanted to keep this closer to Kevin just to make sure.
Yeah.
We've had that thing not work before, so...
Well, that's when it was down below in the PC.
Yeah. No,
that's why I got the extension for it.
I agree. I just want to make sure. I'd hate for him to be like, okay, I can't find anything. Anyway.
It doesn't work!
Welcome to the SKIDS Podcast. I'm your host, Shade Kopke. I'm here with Tim Gage.
Stupid.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you. And Kevin McNichols.
Hi.
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
I agree with that one, too.
No.
There's two that I definitely agree with.
They never ask me.
Yeah.
They never do.
Kevin's getting all sad. He's like, it's always, where are the hoes at, not how are the hoes.
Why do I always have to take care of them?
You didn't need to add anything to it. It would have been fine on its own.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's me.
No, it is you. You're right.
Me.
100%. Kevin always interjecting at the wrong time.
That's right.
With the wrong words.
Exactly.
Every once in a while you got a gem, though.
Eggplant.
Okay. It's not today.
Well said, Kevin.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
My God, poignant as ever.
That's me.
That is... That you should rename that to Kevin's sound file.
It is.
Oh, is it really?
It's under one of
My
Kevin's ribbons.
namesake.
No,
That
it's
is.
not. It's
Dude,
not.
I wished it was. God damn it! I was so hoping that it was like anytime Kevin says words.
No, Kevin's usually...
Yes.
That's
Crickets.
a lot of Kevin.
Don't do that. I might fall asleep.
It's those moments when Kevin goes, "Oh, I've got a good joke," and then he says it, and we go, "What?"
Sounded better in my head.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
There's been numerous times where I've said something, and I've been like, "Oh no, they don't interact the way I thought they did."
Well, you got to think like Kevin in order to understand Kevin's logic.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
no, I've tried.
And thinking
That's-
like Kevin is...
It's actually how me and Kevin have gotten in arguments.
I would
Yeah.
I would need a full 10 minutes to
You know, that
explain.
Pepe Silva guy on the wall and all that shit.
Pepe Silva.
I know that this is off topic, but just you saying that got to think like Kevin. I remember when I pranked this motherfucker.
That's got to be pretty easy to do, isn't it?
Dude, it was great. So we knew this guy named Kenny, and Kenny was always getting into trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I call up Kevin, and I'm like, "Hey, this is Detective blah 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 with the Vancouver Police Department.
Oh, there you go.
We have
FBI, open up!
basically."
You guys
I go. We need to talk to you about a robbery that just recently happened. We have one Kenneth Thurman in
that's
custody.
a good name.
That's the name of the kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Kevin's like, "What? What's going on?" And I was like, "Well, you've been implicated in this robbery. We're not sure yet. That's why we're just reaching out to you at this moment."
He didn't recognize your voice.
No. That's
No.
the best part. Kevin,
I didn't.
Did you thought this was real right off the
Oh,
bat? Yeah.
I smoked a lot of weed back then.
Well, that'll do it.
I also played it up. I was just like I thought about like what to say and to sound professional.
Yeah.
No, he actually
Right
did
beforehand?
pull it off really well.
And I go, "Okay, well, you're gonna need to come down to and I gave the address of the place, and I think he looked it up and was like, "Yeah, that's the address." and shit.
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm
the
like,
actual
"So
address,
if you can be down here within the next hour, that would be great." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way."
He goes to the police department to turn himself
Well,
in.
dude, well,
Tell me he did.
no,
No,
but
didn't I ask
tell
for your
me he
badge
did.
number? And you gave me this. Like,
I did
you just
actually
came
give
up
him a
with
badge number.
Yeah, you came up with badge number.
And he's like, "That sounds legit." And I'm like, "I don't know if it sounds legit."
Well, in my head, because I
Kevin
was thinking,
walking
because the thing is, in my head, I remember thinking, I've never heard of badge number before, but I feel like I should
And
ask him about it.
Neither have I. So I was just like, I just made up like 6 numbers. and
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
"God
maybe
damn
this will
it,
make it sound like I know what I'm doing.
that sounds official." There were numbers in that badge. And
Oh, shit.
so I waited like a good 5 to 10 minutes before I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to call him back and just let him know." I guess he had gotten dressed and it was getting ready to leave.
Oh, he should have let him go, dude.
Dude, like
Punch up the police precinct. I'm here to turn myself in. Like, what the fuck?
create a fake web page that says APB out for Kevin McNichols. It would have been so fucking
Put a
hilarious.
bolo out.
Dude, I loved making prank
good
phone
stuff
calls
right
back then. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just saying that you like got to think like him at the moment. I was like, yeah, how am I going to trick him into this?
Uh-huh.
And that's how I had to do it. It was like
No, it was like I said, you pulled it off real well.
it was fun.
'Cause,
I gotta admit,
yeah.
and especially since I caught you right before you left. But yeah, Tim's
Yeah.
right. Had you gone down there, it would have been hilarious.
That would have
It
been
would've
fucking
been
hilarious.
hilarious.
That just to be a fly on the wall
Yeah.
with that one. That would
Well,
have been great.
You saying that, talking about the police calling you to have you turn yourself in. I had a friend that actually did that.
I never said that.
You said that earlier in the conversation. You can rewind it back, Kevin.
I said that I had the police call
No,
me.
you didn't say that. You said, "Oh, it's funny that you would go after the police call you to tell you to turn yourself in."
Oh.
I knew somebody that actually happened to.
Oh.
Police called him up and told him, "Look, you need to come down here with the BB gun," because he pulled one on his stepfather
Oh.
or step grandfather.
Why? So they can
Step
fucking shoot
father?
him?
Step grandfather.
Step grandfather. Okay.
Huh?
So they can fucking shoot
No,
him?
they told him he needs to bring that BB gun down, like in a bag on its own,
Oh, okay.
and bring it in, turn it in,
Brandish it in the
Yeah,
air,
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like that.
bring it down here, and we'll give
See if
you
you can hit these targets while you're here.
we'll give you the count of 3. Draw.
That would go down.
Like, man, your BB didn't even get here before we shot you 35 times.
We win.
Game over. Counter-terrorist win.
Game over.
Do you have counter-terrorist win?
No.
That would have been perfect.
Bummer.
Anyway. But yeah, I remember that happening, and I was like, wow. Because I guess the SWAT team hit his house.
Oh, wow.
And no one was there except his brother, and his brother was like crying about it. Because, I mean, you'd fucking have...
Yeah,
They
you
all
pull it-
fucking burst in the
pull
front
it-
door
they did.
like, yeah.
Yeah, you
holy
have like
shit.
30 fucking guys with MP5s pointed at you.
Yeah.
Because that was back when they
Where's
were...
your fucking brother?
Yep. Dude, it was fucking wild. I remember
That's
that
awful.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, wow.
Speaking of guns,
Yeah, it's a
guess who
fucking-
Assassination Attempt 2.0 happened to?
Right?
Yes.
Let's see. The Assassin 0,
Another
Trump
one.
2.
Yeah.
That's what...
Yeah, Trump's been winning these.
He's doing pretty
battles
good so
pretty well.
far.
Hey, yeah, man. I mean, he survived 2 of them, and I mean, that's got to be some kind of a record.
Well, I also
right?
I saw a meme recently saying that like it seems like all the Trump assassins are like getting guns that are shitty, and now they're devolving because it went from a DPMS AR-15,
Yeah.
or not a DPMS. Was it? It
I
might
don't-
have been. It
yeah.
might have been a DPMS. One of the shitty fucking AR-15.
but now it's like a
brands.
knockoff SKS or whatever.
It's not a knot. It's an SKS.
Yeah, it was an SKS.
But-
SKS.
they had a
then-
whole bunch of mods on
Then they
it.
go. Yeah, but those. They're just scary. That's
well,
all
no,
they
he
are.
had a GoPro on there, and then he scratched off the serial number and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
which doesn't actually work the way you think it does.
Well,
when
it begs
comes
the
to serial
question.
numbers.
Someone brought it up with the GoPro thing. It's like he was intending on getting a lot closer.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah.
GoPros only go so far, and he wanted to
Yeah.
live stream that or at least get a good
Or at
video.
least
of
get-
it.
Well,
yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
you gotta also
exactly.
realize he was getting into a setup position
Yeah.
and was going to wait till he got to that hole
Well,
and,
and-
then
and
fire on
They
him.
had said, because I was listening to stuff about it, they said that he had been sitting there for 12 hours.
Yeah, they tracked his phone.
Yeah,
and said
they
he'd been
tracked his
sitting
phone.
in the same
He
spot.
had been in the same spot for 12 hours waiting.
Yeah.
So, holy shit, man. That's some dedication.
I mean, just what gets me is that the Secret Service didn't get him when they.
yeah, they never checked the perimeter. I mean, they
Yeah.
should have been able to find him
They
if they
fired a
checked the
couple rounds
perimeter.
at him.
Yeah, but
apparently.
Yeah.
the guy that probably my
'Cause they
guess
saw his barrel sticking out.
Yeah.
my guess the guy that shot at him had a pistol. And when you're shooting at 100 yards with a pistol, it's not that easy.
More
to
than
hit.
likely, yeah.
No,
it's probably a
yeah,
pistol.
that's a good point. But also to just blindly shoot into a bush.
You're not really blindly. I mean, he's trying to get that guy to move.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the
I
thing
mean,
is,
I
that
guess
guy.
it wasn't blindly. I mean, he did see the barrel of the gun sticking out from the
And my
fence.
guess
Fair
is
enough.
he went out
I
there
don't know
and
the
had
layout of the
binoculars
place.
and all
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
Wait, you haven't been to Mar-a-Lago?
No, I've never
No, this
been.
wasn't
I hear it's
Mar-a-Lago.
nice this time of year.
It
though.
was
Trump
it-
International or something or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. It's
Golf
golf course
course?
near Mar-a-Lago.
Well,
yeah.
they made the question also is that this was an unannounced game of golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't scheduled or anything.
But you also
He
got to
just did it.
realize that anytime Trump's in Florida, he goes golfing there, right? So this guy might have known, hey, I know that he's in Florida. I'm just
And
going to
he
wait on
tends
the
to,
golf
so-
course until he
Well,
shows
and,
up.
and there you go. I mean, like, look, he was there for 12 hours. So
Or he's a CIA
you know,
plant.
That's the
obviously,
other
it's like,
thing.
okay, so he sat there for 12 hours, and so he either, but maybe he was just hoping that Trump would show
Or a
up.
CIA plant.
Or he knew
Or a
that
plant.
Trump was
I
going to
mean,
be
think
there.
Or he
about
knew.
Look, the deep state's not even trying to make it fucking, like, they're not hiding anything anymore.
No,
They
it's
did it-
obvious that this shit. I mean,
They did a coup on fucking Biden.
Yeah.
Yes.
They turned Kamala from the worst vice president in history to the fucking, like, Jesus
savior-
Christ
yeah,
coming
the
back.
savior.
yeah. It's the Joy Brigade.
Yeah.
They
it's
shot at
ridiculous.
they shot at Trump once, multiple times, like 8 times.
Almost got him. The
Almost
first
killing
time.
him. Yeah, fucking piercing his ear.
Yeah.
Why are you drawing dudes?
I'm just drawing.
dudes, like really ripped, muscular dudes.
I'm working on the
that glistening
figure.
sweat as well. How the hell did you do that?
He's like, I drew a shiny head on the penis like it's just gotten wet.
How did it get
just
wet?
Dipped in. He washed his winky in her kitchen sinky.
Jesus.
It's weird that you're drawing just the dude,
Thinking
though.
more of the long lines.
You got a tight little man pussy.
Yeah, I think that's what you were drawing. The next page is the man pussy.
I could draw a pussy.
Are you
What
like
would a man
Fuck you,
pussy
dude.
look
I
like?
could draw a pussy. I know what they look
What are you, a
like.
5-year-old? I know.
I'm
Fuck you, dude.
actually.
I've touched girls.
Actually, I'm 10. Technically,
I think you're
I was born on leap year, so I am 10.
you're mentally retarded.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, not right now. It's kind of an encompassing thing in your life. It's not a just now thing, Kevin.
But some days I'm better than other days.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know when those are, but
You get this back on the rails there, bud. You
Sundays.
just
Nope,
fucking toss it
Sundays.
right
Let's-
off, didn't
let's
you?
see him go to. I want to see where this goes.
So, okay, so they chased this guy off, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They shot at him. He ran off. He jumped in his car, and then
first before that, dude shows up with 2 backpacks: a backpack full of ammunition, an SKS, the second backpack full of ceramic tiles as body armor.
Yeah, because he hung him over the fence, right?
He hung him over the fence in order to have the ammunition close to him and the ceramic in a spot to where it would. Look, they're ceramic tiles. They're not actually ceramic body armor. They may not do what he thinks they're going to do. I've never shot just regular ceramic
I'm sure
tiles.
he was told they would.
I've shot ceramic body armor and it works,
Yeah.
but I've never shot ceramic tiles. Who knows? They might work. And if he had, I think if he has enough of them in a row, oh man, it's empty. Got you good. April Fools. Oh man,
In
That would have been
September.
expensive for you there, bud.
Nah, not really. It wouldn't have broken it. Would have cost nothing.
It all just fucking pop, pop.
That's what I'm saying.
It catches that on fire somehow. The stream deck fucking lights
Jesus,
up.
What did you do?
I'll be like, I didn't even touch that motherfucker. It's on video.
Yeah.
I've got it.
But yeah, so they pulled him over because
Well,
he jumped in his car and tried to drive off.
here's the crazy
right?
thing. They fire at him. They lose him. They completely lose him. So they would have never found him. They might have figured out who it was by some point.
Yeah.
But they would have never found him, right? Apparently another person, like roughly hiding in the bushes, from what I've heard and read.
There's someone in the parking lot, I thought.
It was somebody that was in the
Female.
vicinity.
Yeah.
But they ended up seeing him take off after the gunshots and then called it in. So that's how he ended up getting tracked.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
you
he
hear
got caught
gunshots, see
by
a dude running off with a fucking rifle.
Yeah.
You're
well, then
gonna
he got
call
caught by
somebody.
the police department because she called in the
like
license
3 or
plate.
4 hours away.
Yeah, caught by a police department because she called in the license plate.
I
So
see.
yeah, the Secret Service again let them slip through the fucking cracks.
And they had not even checked the perimeter to see if there was if it was
Well,
clear
it was
before he
because
went
this
into
was
golf.
an impromptu golf
Doesn't
game.
matter. They
Yeah,
as the Secret
so
Service, they should have checked that perimeter, done a sweep
Yeah.
before they brought him in.
As I
Do
understand
you
it, they
think
had one
Kamala
guy
has
ahead.
this terrible of Secret Service protection
They
around?
shouldn't have to worry about it, really.
I don't think she has to worry about it anyway
Yeah.
either because it's people on the right aren't. I mean, there's crazy people, but it seems like the people on the left are really.
Well,
nuts
yeah, if you
these
think
days.
about it, when was the last assassination was John F. Kennedy. He was killed by a guy that was a communist.
True, but there was an assassination
several
attempt
attempts
on
past.
Reagan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was also a
Reagan actually
fairly
got shot,
left-leaning
didn't he?
guy.
Yeah.
It seems like the assassins that happened in America
Always
and actually,
left-leaning.
guess who was a Democrat that assassinated Lincoln?
Oh yeah, that's true.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've nailed down the party responsible, guys. Good investigation.
Well,
work.
and the thing is, like,
who else was killed? Garfield? 'Cause there was four presidents killed.
Well, I know Jackson was shot in the chest, and he just caned the guy that fucking afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he
'cause
beat the
Jackson
fuck
was
out
like
of
a
him.
beast. Yeah.
Was it Jackson? No,
Yeah, it was Jackson.
no. I'm
Andrew
trying
Jackson.
I'm trying to think of who was the one that was shot in the Roosevelt.
Oh, Roosevelt.
Teddy
Yeah,
Pocketbook
yeah,
or
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
no,
It was
Teddy Roosevelt had a speech that was like this fucking thick.
yeah.
In his pocket, he was
Yeah.
shot through the speech, and then it embedded in his chest right above
He
it.
said something badass about it. It's like it merely pierced the upper epidermis or something.
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
that guy was a fucking badass.
Yeah, Teddy
And
Roosevelt.
he's the
was.
reason that we have like national parks and fucking all that
Not
shit.
anymore. That fucking
I know.
riots tore it all down.
No, those are national monuments.
He's
not
also the
parks.
reason why there's some
Changing the
species that
names
are
of 'em.
extinct.
He
liked to hunt. I was joking.
He
liked to
mostly
hunt.
he mostly did that in other countries where he
Yeah,
made
that's
them
true.
That's why
extinct.
we don't have the Tasmanian tiger anymore.
That's possibly untrue.
Yeah.
We might still have that. There's been a lot of sightings.
Is that right?
Nobody's gotten it on camera though.
It's just a painted dog.
No, there is really
But,
a Tasmanian
okay,
tiger.
so the
last
thing-
seen one was 1908.
So the thing is, though, we've
I'm
got
making that number up.
no, we've
Pretty good.
got left-leaning or leftists that are doing these shootings, and
At least
the
in
rhetoric,
America.
and the rhetoric towards Trump is like,
No, it's Trump's fault. Remember?
oh yeah, of course, the
Yeah,
media
that's-
is blaming
the
on
media's doing
Trump,
that.
even though they're the ones calling him Hitler. They're the ones saying that he's like an existential threat to democracy.
Democracy
There-
itself.
There's
he's going to be a dictator and he's going to do all these horrible things. It's like
That he sides with racists.
right,
all
and
the
that he's
things.
Putin's best buddy and all this
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Have you seen his latest campaign ad where it lays out all the different Democratic leaders calling for his quote unquote death?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
It's
fuck-
awful.
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen
yeah.
it.
Well,
Maybe
Pol-
see if we can find
see-
that.
Well, I saw one where
Because it's Kamala starting
Maybe see if
at
we
it.
can find that.
yeah, there was one of them where it was one guy said he needed to be eliminated.
Yeah, we got Pelosi saying
Just
stuff.
look
You got
up
Kamala saying
Trump
stuff.
ad showing or
It's the latest ad that they had. Let me see if I
Trump
can,
ad showing what would it be called?
I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
But I won't be able to send it because it's TikTok. It's his latest.
An
Trump,
ad is just
Trump
spelled
drops
AD.
ad showing Democrats promoting violence. I mean, Kamala essentially saying she wants him dead.
Check videos.
Yeah, it's ad is additions. Yeah,
Trump
there it is.
campaign-
Yeah, that one
okay.
right there.
Wow, this is a
Violent
long
rhetoric.
fucking video.
Oh, I didn't know
it's
it
from
was
Sky News Australia. That's
If
why.
you had to be
we could show that.
Well, it's like
Let's see.
9 minutes.
It had to show two, bits and pieces of it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you can pull it up.
Unless you can pull the original video.
Yeah, see if you can find the original video.
Wait, I think there might have been one back here. Democrats promoting violence and division. How long is this one?
No, it's the Trump ad,
Right.
but you spell it AD, not ADD.
Yeah, we're not adding, we're subtracting, we're advertising.
AD.
It might be there.
I'm trying to.
PBS.
No, that's probably going to be like
no, that's
10 minutes.
2021.
There it is.
There we go.
That's the one
Perfect.
right there.
See how they spell it AD?
This
Yeah,
is the
I'm
Jim
aware.
Heath channel.
You fucking idiot.
But yeah, this one was pretty profound, I thought, because it pointed out a lot of the
Well, then there is a lot
quote
of it.
unquote rhetoric.
Now, to be
Whole
fair to
playlist
these,
of
we're not going to
2024
see
campaign
every
ads.
single fucking one.
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish. I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
that you cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about.
If you see anybody from that cabinet
bitch.
in a restaurant,
Yeah, Maxine Waters is a nut.
in a
God,
grocery
she's
store,
fucking insane.
at a gasoline station,
We
you
will
get
overcome.
and you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Kristen Welker, how do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
When they go low, we kick them.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Yes.
What the?
I have
That's what I'm
thought
saying.
an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Well, to be fair to Biden on that one, you thought he was not mic'd at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the
It's-
party of peace, supposedly.
Well, that's the
Be sure-
fucking craziest part. I mean, if you look back even in 2000 in Florida, the people that actually I think both sides caused a lot of violence during that. Do you remember that? In Florida, when they were fighting over who fucking won Florida.
Oh, was that the like Dimple Chad's crap
Yes.
with like Al Gore?
Yeah, I don't
and,
remember that
yeah,
at all.
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
but it had what was the name of the third candidate?
I was on cocaine.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, you would have loved Florida. That's kind of a Florida thing.
Yeah.
Pat Buchanan.
Oh,
Pat Buchanan was the reason that people were pissed about that whole fucking election because they think that because he was on there, fucked over a lot of that shit, and we would have had a clear winner easily right off the bat.
Well,
but it does look bad when I don't know the state governor is fucking the brother of the candidate that ends up winning
exactly,
and the person in charge of it is like best friends with all of them. And she's just like, yeah, no, you won.
Yeah.
After the third recount, first two go to Gore, third one goes to fucking Bush.
Yeah, it was.
And they're like, we're done.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We got our count.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Florida, back to the whole assassination attempt. It looks like Desantis is stepping in and saying,
yes,
no,
he is.
We're going to take this investigation over.
Because there's not enough.
Our jurisdiction.
Well, for one.
There's not a federal law that could do anything more than what their federal laws are doing right now.
Well, but also.
Which is crazy.
Well, also, the FBI and I think the Southern District of Florida is investigating Trump, and they're trying to, like, prosecute him. So, also with this, it would be under the state's law enforcement. They're doing the investigation.
Yeah, he's being charged for murder under Florida law.
Right, and the thing is, though,
meant Trump.
These days, you can't exactly trust the FBI because of their recent track record and the fact that they're obviously biased against Donald Trump.
Them telling Facebook, hey, guess what? The Hunter thing, it's not real.
Right.
Wink.
Well,
It's
even
obvious,
Facebook saying,
the
FBI told me to throttle that.
And they're now
saying,
and Zuckerberg just recently came out stating that he actually regrets all that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish I would have fucking told him no.
But it's obvious that the
balls.
FBI is biased and is doing stuff for Biden and.
Why do you think that is?
Because they're pieces of shit.
Just because they're pieces of shit?
Yeah, I think they're
I'm sure there's a reason behind
I think they're ideologically.
I'll tell you the reason why. It's simple. Trump, during his fucking candidacy, said that fuck the FBI. He said fuck the CIA. He said fuck all the fucking national interest fucking like the what is it? What's the big umbrella one?
BlackRock?
No, that's a corporation. I mean,
DOJ?
they control everything, but
the DOJ.
Not the DOJ. That's one that he also attacked. But no, national. The one that came out that became huge under the fucking Patriot Act.
The NSA.
Yes.
Yeah.
He attacked them. He attacked every little umbrella agency. And there were people telling him at the time when he was attacking it, you're attacking the CIA, the people that we all think killed Kennedy.
Right. Well, and Chuck Schumer, even on the news, I think it was like MSNBC, he said straight up that Trump was stupid for doing that because the CIA can ruin your life 6 ways from Sunday. Yeah,
and he said that live,
he said it
on
live.
a fucking.
Yeah,
I remember that. That was fucking insane. But you know what? That's probably scrubbed from the internet.
Oh, no,
because we just scrub anything that we don't want.
It's true. I mean, a lot of the stuff. I mean, we were talking about it last week with the debate. They're starting to bring up more and more about how she wasn't even fact checked on a lot of shit, and some of the stuff you can't even find the fact for.
Yeah, but
anymore.
have you seen the news that there's a whistleblower now saying that she got all the questions in advance? And
I heard
on
about
all
that.
Of them?
Yeah. Well, and then CBS is like, no, that's not how it went down.
Well, CBS didn't do the debate, so how did they know? CBS probably did say that.
No, it was
but
ABC.
It was ABC.
ABC. That's one of the alphabet
So, and
soup
apparently
ones.
this guy got so this person got a notarized affidavit. Plus, apparently this person says that they have recorded
didn't they die already?
They must have. Did they kill themselves?
I think they might have died already. From what
I haven't heard anything.
I've heard a rumor.
There's something
that
going around. It's probably COVID.
But
it's COVID-75.
But look,
or whatever.
if this person
COVID 45.
Yeah.
but yeah, if this person
COVID 9 millimeter.
Yeah.
So if this person has actual conversations recorded, ABC's in deep fucking shit.
So would the Kamala Harris campaign.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Yeah,
not really. What's going to come of it?
Well,
nothing because the people that are in charge of the
for
same
one,
on the
That's
same
what
side.
I mean. They're going to be like,
whatever
no,
credibility
Tim's
they
right.
have left is fucked.
Not really.
No.
All these fucking places have no credibility left, yet a lot of people find them
I guess
very
you're right.
credible.
There's no fucking accountability of any
Exactly. I mean, that's
We live in a fucking banana republic, dude.
that's what I mean.
It's so fucking frustrating, man.
I like how
they'll be outraged, but it won't be enough.
Kevin just went from a gleaming in his eye of hope to
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's true though. Like
he's so mad.
There is no fucking accountability for any of these goddamn bureaucrats. None of the media. None of the fucking politicians that are doing all this shit. And they sit here and they tell you, oh, don't believe your lying eyes, and then they fuck you in the ass, and nothing happens to them.
This is what woke's supposed to mean when you finally see the bullshit.
Yeah, well,
that's what woke's supposed. I mean, that's literally what it came as. It was black slang for being awakened to the bullshit around you.
It ended up becoming an ideology.
Yes, that's retarded.
That's fucking totally stupid.
Where you can't say the word retarded.
Yeah, this may come out that that's. I mean, it probably is out and verified, but again, it's not doing anything at all.
No, because nobody that wants it fucking to be under the rug, so to speak, is going to report on it.
Well, you guys
just
saw that
be Fox and people going, "Well, I don't trust Fox."
Did you send that video about the military guys overseas?
Yes.
When they saw the debate.
Dude, I'll send it
that
to
was
Kevin.
pretty funny too, because Kamala's saying is like, as it stands right now, there are no American military service
and
personnel.
It's like, no shit.
We have to watch that.
Yeah, and of course they're overseas in multiple places.
Right. Yeah. And they didn't fact check her on it right then and there.
They didn't fact check her on anything.
Not just in multiple places, but multiple places that have fucking combat zones.
They just smiled and nodded at her. It's like, that's what you were supposed to say.
She lied so many times. She lied about the whole fucking good people on both sides hoax, that bullshit that's been debunked a million times.
Yeah, they're still using that even to this day.
The bloodbath thing, which was total bullshit. It was about the economy, not that there was going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it was about the car economy or something like that.
Exactly. And then she lied about a bunch of other shit, too.
And again, it was those moderators just nodding their head, and then they glare back over at Trump. What do you think, fucker?
Yeah, right? Exactly. And then the questions they would ask, they ask him, why did you do this thing? And then they look at her and go, why is he such a piece of shit?
Yeah, that's
basically what they would do. It was
very
ridiculous.
frustrating to watch.
Okay, Kevin, I've sent you two things.
But yeah,
you sent it to the email?
Instagram.
If you can find that one video of the military personnel watching the debate,
one,
it's pretty funny.
Bring up the first one that I sent you, or the second one I sent you.
This
the
one
picture
here?
of the guy. So this is the picture of the guy.
Oh,
there you go. Right. So
why are we looking at this?
Because I thought
the guy being arrested.
This was the guy that did the shooting.
Uh-huh.
We'll bring it up because
odd tummy.
So did you see the video of him talking to the news in Ukraine?
Here's the weird thing that I think though. The second I saw this, I go, "Holy shit! Opie has really fucking dropped off." Doesn't he look like Opie from Opie and Anthony?
I'm not familiar with the show.
Okay,
he kind of
Kevin looked at it and goes, "Oh shit, he does look like him."
He actually kind of does. Yeah.
But it is. I mean, just this picture. Nowhere else does he look like Opie at all.
Yeah.
But in this, he does, and that's why I brought that up. And the second thing that we brought up was the other one, the actual fact
military
checking.
fact check. Yeah, that
this one
really
right here.
good.
Yeah, it says fact checking right on it.
We're not going to get audio from it.
No, you'll have to start it again.
Afghanistan. Before presidents,
you got to exit out and then start it again. That's the only way it starts from the beginning.
And as a result,
but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Play it. Let it go.
$300 million a day. We were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world. The first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So what are we right now?
They're all recording it too. So look at this
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck are we right now?
And that moderator that's exactly what you're supposed to be saying right now. Well done, man.
Yeah, we gave you that question earlier.
I know, man. That guy David Muir, he's such a piece of shit.
They both were doing.
I know. Well, and
I think the lady actually got pissed off at one point.
Well,
just fucking stopped. They cut her mic.
Well, the one lady is literally Kamala Harris's sorority sister from college.
Yeah.
I see no conflict of interest in something.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, very frustrating.
That's like being the judge in your own fucking kid's murder.
Yeah, it's like they don't even care anymore. They stack the deck right in front of everybody's fucking face, and they know nothing's going to happen.
That's exactly because Americans nothing's going to happen from it.
Americans don't seem to give a shit. They're just like, "Oh, you're spoon feeding me shit? Oh, I don't. You mean I don't actually have to spoon it myself?
Well,
it's so shit that way."
What's scary about it is the amount of people that will vote for her just because of her gender.
Yeah, right.
You know, or her race. That's
well, you got to remember
like Jesse Ventura.
That's exactly why Biden.
Remember when I was a Navy SEAL?
It's ridiculous.
Hey, you got it right this time. I remember like maybe not last time, but the time before that when you tried it, it just fucking fell off immediately.
Yeah, it didn't work very
well. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
I mean,
is this Alex Jones? What's going on?
The other big thing is the whole abortion thing that a lot of people are still talking about. Trump's going to allow abortion, so there's no way I'm voting for him.
It's completely
or won't allow abortion. Or
complete
2025. It's like, no, I don't want to vote for him because he supports 2025.
He's not. He doesn't have anything to do with that.
And
that was
there's nowhere at all
Foundation.
on the internet where he says he does. It's the Democrats saying that he does.
It's muddying the water.
Yeah.
Muddy the water.
Yep.
What you want to do in this type of environment is you want to muddy the water so much that you don't know where the truth really is.
That's what I mean. We were talking about that as well, as the value of truth and what truth really is.
Yeah.
Because honestly, there's no more real truth that we can find for ourselves.
Tim, why do you think they've been fighting the last, 6 years of saying my truth? And and not the truth.
That's subjective rather than objective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point I was making a couple weeks ago about the whole
literally
value of truth.
Out of fucking what's his face's playbook, the Russian dude,
Rasputin?
No.
Stop it. Fuck you.
No,
your Rasputin bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's the same kind of thing.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
It's
the guy that did the interview, ex-KGB.
Oh, you're talking about Yuri Bezmenov.
Yuri Bezmenov.
Yes.
Yuri Bezmenov said exactly all this shit we have. Yeah. But it's still poignant. It's very poignant. This is what they've been doing.
That's just that no one fucking cares.
No, because people just go, oh, no, that's just a coincidence.
Yeah. Look at how old he looks in that.
This is how we were going anyway. It's like, no, that's not how we were going. This is how we've been influenced.
He did use a lot of fancy words, so that probably threw a lot of people off.
Oh, like the useful idiots?
Or the accent that he has. Like, I can't even understand what he's fucking saying.
Yeah, like, is he actually just speaking Russian?
This commie telling me what I can or can't do?
No. They're on the side of the commies.
Oh. I don't know how to support that.
I don't want this anti-commie to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Because they're, look, and I'm not a fan of when they actually went after communists in this country and just started fucking locking them up.
Well, no, but
that's bullshit too.
But I also don't want communists ruling the country either.
No, I agree, but I don't think for a political ideology you should be locked up.
No, I agree.
And that's why I
think
you should
be assassinated.
Or assassinated. Yeah. I don't think either of those should happen.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
But the way things are going, it's like, no, we're really going down the banana republic, where it looks like a real republic at the head, but nothing below it is.
No, you can still make decisions as long as there are decisions.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. What it is.
Yeah.
And and what's so fucked up about the whole thing is that most people, like we were saying, they just go along with it. They just don't care. Like,
well, yeah, dude, they've got to fucking figure out how to buy a $700,000 house that used to be $120,000.
Well, what do you do, Kevin? I mean, what do you do when you say you don't care? I mean, honestly, what's to be done about it?
Well,
having a conversation is one thing, but honestly, what's to be done about it?
Well, people.
I'm trying to get him ramped up to maybe.
I mean, people get off their asses.
Kevin,
people get off their asses and fucking do something about it. Maybe go not only just protest, but also
fucking start a war.
No.
I thought that's where you're going.
No, I mean, like, actually
play records. Make sure they hear music.
Yeah.
Actually, like,
start a dance troupe.
No, get involved politically. Like, actually, get out the vote. Go out and
do sketch comedy.
Talk to your local representatives. Get information.
Kevin, this sounds like a lot of work. I'm not doing that.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
Nobody does that shit.
Yeah, you've got some great ideas, but none that are applicable to people.
Kevin,
because people are fucking lazy.
Wait.
That's why they'll win.
Wait, here. I might get him on this one.
That's why they'll win. Exactly.
Kevin, how much of
we'll
this?
Be in pods eating the bugs.
Just 1 second. How much of this have you done?
Well, I'm just saying that's what we need to do.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm just saying that's what we need to do.
You should do that now for me.
Kevin, I'm the mouthpiece.
No,
you do the
other
work.
people do it. I want to sit at home and cheer them on.
I like to watch
Our
from the
keyboard warrior over here.
I like to watch from the safety of my fucking bedroom.
That's kind of what it proved my point very well. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm just pissed other people aren't doing
I
it.
protest online.
Yeah, I signed that petition.
I say things anonymously in chat rooms.
Essentially, that's where we're at, and that's why we're going to become, bug
slaves
eaters in the
pods.
No, that's actually what they want. They want us to be bug eaters that don't mind paying rent because we don't own anything anymore.
Yeah, you made that point
true.
last week. It's pretty profound. That gave me a lot to think about because you're right. It's not about owning anything anymore. We don't own the land.
We never
you
did.
can buy
Never
a
did.
house.
Never did.
You'll
You're
never
always,
own it.
You're always paying property taxes. Even if you pay off your mortgage, you're still paying property
You don't
taxes.
own the dollar that you earn. That goes back in taxes.
Well, no, you don't own the dollar that you earn anyway. Look at the dollar and read it.
Oh, what does it say?
It's the Federal Reserve's dollar, not yours.
And have you ever actually seen like on the debt clock where it says basically every American citizen owes like so much
I
money?
think it's $130,000 each,
Yeah.
and that includes children.
Yeah.
That
Literally,
includes
when
every
you
children.
are born
So my
in this
children are
country,
born
you
into
are
debt.
born
Yes.
into debt. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
We're like
guys. Procreate.
All Americans are like Jesus. He was born with everybody's debt.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like this.
That's why we love Jesus.
It's an
so
odd
much
push
here.
that I'm hearing so much in politics now about the whole in vitro and IVF. Is that what it is?
Yes, which
They're
the
really trying to
Democrats
both
are
of
saying
them are
that
the
Trump
same.
is
Yeah.
against that, even though he's claimed publicly that he is all for it.
Yeah.
Right. They want more babies.
You guys don't remember him saying, "I'm the best at fertilization."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was. But you got both sides saying, "Yeah, we'll both do that." I heard just recently they tried passing it, and it got shot down. I don't think in the Senate or.
And what's the bill? Because IVF is already a thing.
It was
it's already a
government
thing, yeah.
funded.
Oh,
They wanted to make it completely free for everybody.
I mean, it's not. That just adds to how
It's
much your
just
children
more that
owe.
the taxpayers are paying.
Exactly.
For. Yeah.
It's not free. It's
There's
you pay
no
for it in
fucking
your
Look,
taxes.
here's
There's
the
no
thing.
such thing as free.
No.
If you're wanting to have a baby, you should have enough money to raise said baby, which means you should have enough money to pay for IVF.
That's a good point. But also have a
Yeah.
baby and earn money from the government for having a baby.
Well, that's also a terrible thing. We
That's
should stop
what's being
encouraging
done
that.
now.
I know, we
Earning
should
money
stop
from the
encouraging
government
that.
is taxpayer money being just given to you.
Yeah,
so
no, we
it's-
should we
You
should
get your cell
discourage
phone,
that
you get
shit.
your food, you
Yeah.
get your bling, you get your fucking Prada bag and all that
Dude,
shit.
I remember when
and you got a baby you got to deal with for the next 18. Well, you don't have to deal with
I remember
them.
when they were
Yeah, you
doing like
throw
all
them in
the
trash can.
all the tax credits for having children, and I was like, dude, if you had like 1.3 million children, do you know how much money you would have from these tax credits?
A lot.
It'd be like $100 million.
Right. Right. Trump's,
And then you just fucking leave them like in front of a fire station.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of trips to a fire
a lot of
station.
paperwork.
Put them in a
is what it
basket.
is.
No,
and
there's
send
no
them down the
paperwork.
river.
You can legally just do that. That's fine. Or leave them in front of a hospital.
Well, I'm saying proving that they're your children paperwork.
Oh no. Once I collect the check, I don't care anymore.
Oh. So you can just say, hey, I had 1.3 million children, and they're like, oh, okay, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's how it works.
It's like the whole check fraud thing they're doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
the same
just
thing.
throw
It's
it
an
in the-
infinite money glitch.
Oh yeah,
I
that
gotcha.
was fucking hilarious, man.
I mean, it is crazy that people thought that they're like, wait, this thing that's been check fraud forever, I'm just gonna do it.
No, TikTok said it was a hack.
Well,
Yeah.
It works.
Here's
Some
the
of those
crazy
people,
thing.
some of the videos of those people like looking at their their bank accounts and like, what the hell, man?
Their new set of bracelets. They're like, whoa, what's going on here?
So I watched a
Is
comedian.
this real silver?
I watched a comedian talk about it, and he was like, "Dude, somebody sent me the link to that whole thing, and I was like, what the fuck?" So I looked it up, and then between the time I looked it up and then went back to see how many people have done it, he's like, I thought it'd be like a couple. 6,000 fucking people had tried it.
And that's
6,000
lined up
and
around
that
the building to do
6,000
it.
fucking morons.
And that was just in that short period of time of like 10 minutes of fucking like trying to check this shit out.
Where that started
Imagine how
hungry
many
for money,
people,
dude.
Well, imagine how many people actually did it. Because I guess there was also another glitch that was actually literally Chase Bank's fault, 100%. What it was is they on their loans that they would give you, there was a glitch stating how much money you had in the bank, but it wouldn't let you pull any of it out. Right.
All right.
But that was on Chase Bank. The other one is just straight up fraud.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
The one over here is just Chase Bank's system fucked up. But one of the problems was Chase Bank did this because they're online, and they tell everyone online about the fucking thing. They told them. They told people that this was going on.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. And then people were like, why?
But I kind of want to do that.
They
I
said,
guess I'm
don't
gonna
do
do
that.
this.
I'm going to do that.
Well,
So
I
they
think
were
most-
partially at fault. Now, the fraud part is just on the people.
There was
Yeah,
one
yeah,
recently with Walmart at the checkout stands where a guy figured out that if
Oh,
you
yeah.
cancel
That
the
guy got
transaction,
fucking way arrested.
Yeah, but he made out with.
Yeah, he did it for months.
Yeah, he did it for months,
But
thousands of
he-
dollars.
So wait, what
He
was
also
it? Like,
he also told other people. There were tons
Yeah.
of people
so
doing
you
it.
cancel your transaction.
You cancel
and
your
then what?
transaction mid-transaction, and it refunds you the amount.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
and gives you a receipt showing.
Yeah.
So when you show it to the person at the front, if they don't read every little item and then
Uh-huh.
at the bottom wherever it says like canceled and all that shit, if they just glance
You could
at
just
it like
walk
they
out with
90%
it and you
do,
paid nothing.
Yeah, so
okay.
he paid nothing, but he also got
months.
refunded.
Yeah.
So he'd buy stuff, but not buy it. He'd bring stuff, check it out, and then cancel it and get refunded
"Here's
for the
my
money
receipt,"
that never he
and
paid
then-
for it.
Yeah, so he made money and items.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so obviously, I bet you've
think- I
noticed
forget
Walmart's
what's-
pulled a lot of their fucking checkout things now, which
I
is
bet.
great.
I forget what
because I hated those.
I forget what state that happened in.
Florida, I think.
No, it wasn't Florida. It was some other. It was like a Tennessee or Memphis or some weird shit like that.
They didn't. They couldn't ID him for the longest time. They had tons of video and his car, but they couldn't find him.
Yeah, I remember seeing like posts about him.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then they were like, then underneath, like the captions would say like, "He's not the only one doing it. There's a ton of people doing it, but this is the one we've got the most evidence on."
A couple million apparently.
Yeah, and I think that guy was like the he might not have been
kingpin.
He might not have been the first one to do it, but yeah, kind of like he was the most known for it. Like that was his thing. It's like when somebody gets caught for racketeering or whatever, and it's like it wasn't the only person
So
involved.
he must have been doing that for a long time, and
Yeah,
must have
they
done
said
it
at
many
at
places.
least 2 to 3 months.
Overdid it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what happens. Remember when we talked about Phil Ivey doing the edge sorting with the cards at the casino? And, and he did nothing that should be considered illegal. Well, I watched recently the whole story of it. He got greedy, is what happened.
No,
it always
so
does.
he fucked up, and like the chick that was with him, that she was the one that was good. Like this is the dumb thing about the casino. They're like, oh yeah, you can have this extra person just at the table watching the whole time.
Yeah, it's my good luck charm.
And we'll only put people that speak what is it? Cantonese, Chinese? Is that
Cantonese?
Yeah, okay.
Mandarin.
Mandarin. There we go. Cantonese.
There's
is
the
different.
two of them. Yeah.
But Mandarin, someone that spoke Mandarin is the dealer, and she wanted it for good luck, and there were reasons that they wanted it because that looks. So there are a lot of Chinese people that will go into the casinos there and ask for a Chinese dealer, right, for good luck, and so it looks like she's just in there actually asking for good luck, and then on top of it, she knew that this. Once the shoe went through, she knew exactly which card was coming up next.
Wow.
Bet on this one, don't bet on that one. Bet on this one, don't bet on. So she knew exactly what, and she would kind of let Ivy know. And there were times she was like, "Let's be done. We've already made like $1 million here." And he's like,
no,
"Nah, I want to make $10 million
going."
Yeah. And that was the problem. So he did that, and that's what got them on the radar. Had he just won the $1 million, they would have said, "Okay, he had a lucky night."
Yeah, pat him on the back, offer him a room.
Yep. Yeah, stay here. We'll offer you here. Take these whores.
Yeah. Would you like some cocaine and whores, sir?
Yes.
Yes, I'll take 2.
We'll have room service. Walk them up to you.
Yeah, that's how it's done in Vegas. Only Vegas.
No, he did. First place he got caught, I think, was in Europe, in England.
Oh, really?
So that was the first one. He lost that case, and then he lost the one here in, I think, is it Atlantic City? I think it was in Atlantic City. He lost that case too.
He would have just walked away.
Dude,
could have gotten away cold.
Well, that's the thing. If you look at a lot of the Vegas stories about somebody that went in to get rich by a scheme, had they just been smart and pulled out at the time where they were like made a moderate amount of money.
Story of everyone's lives.
Dude,
You've been smart and just pulled out.
Tim.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Stop soaking.
Saved you a lot of money and heartache, bud.
That just reminds me of one of my favorite jokes from Greg Geraldo. He was like, "I hate dog people. I fucking hate dog people." He's like, "Well, my dog's like my kid." So yeah, your dog's like your kid. Did you get too drunk to pull out, and that's how you got your dog? You know. So I was like, "That's a good fucking one."
Basically,
but that's kind of how people have kids. It's usually
he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah,
we lost Geraldo.
Dude, he was my favorite.
He was pretty good.
Dude, he was amazing.
Yeah, he was awesome.
You probably only remember his roast, but
one
he
of
was
the best
amazing.
roasters.
Yeah.
Sure. Not one of the.
Yeah.
He was the best roaster.
I don't know that one chick's pretty good.
Which one?
The young
Whitney
blonde
Cummings?
the young blonde one.
She's all right, but she also looked up to Geraldo watching that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so did Whitney
I could
Cummings.
see a lot of his stuff.
Whitney Cummings, on her first roast, she was like, at the very end of the roast, because they showed the outtakes and shit, she was like, "I was just looking to see if Greg was laughing. If Greg was laughing, I knew I did it right."
Right.
Because Greg would be the first roaster every time, and he would set the bar so fucking high.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
that if,
man.
That
He
if
was
people
just so
didn't come
good.
out there with A material, now.
Well, that's what this we talked a little bit about it last week. I think Killed Tony.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh my gosh!
I've actually been watching some of it
It's
lately.
hilarious because
it's a lot better
it's
than I
essentially
thought.
like a roast, but it's more like the Gong Show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get these new up and coming comedians up on stage, and then really professional, seasoned comedians.
Sometimes it's just random people from the crowd.
It's hilarious. Some of them are so fucking funny.
Oh yeah,
and some of them are
awesome.
so bad. You're like, why did you think that this was a good idea?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Well, I've seen ones where the guy bombs, and they're like, "How long have you been doing comedy?" And you would expect 6 months, right?
Right.
8 years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the
Some of these
fuck?
guys have been doing it for a
8
long
years.
time.
This was what you thought was going to make Madison Square
Why did you
Garden.
think this would work?
Right?
Yeah.
That's
a really cool show. I like that.
No,
I mean, I've never sat through the
it's-
full episode, but I've seen a lot of
literally
bits
the-
and pieces of it.
It's the #1 comedy podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Number
believe
one
it. I
by
believe
far.
it. Well, and you
Because
know,
you can't call Joe Rogan's podcast a comedy podcast.
No,
it's an
no.
interview
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. But then also sometimes you get those rare ones where they're naturally just talented and they come up and they fucking do a great job.
Well,
and,
if you hear the stories of some of the great comedians, it seems to be about 60-40, 60% did terrible the first night, and like 40%, maybe even a little less, did actually fucking good. Like Chris Rock was one. Dave Chappelle was another that talked about their first night going up and just fucking killing.
Yeah.
And it's insane. You're like, what the fuck? So when did you bomb? They're like, yeah, we definitely bombed at times, but the first night was like, oh, I'm good at this, and then just keep going. And then there's other guys who are like, yeah, I bombed for the first 6 months. And I'm like, why would you continue at 6 months?
Well, and that's just it.
That's dedication to your craft, man.
If you know that you've got it, and then you finally get there.
Well, and a lot of the comedians
had an off night.
Yeah, but
For 6 months.
and a lot of the comedians say too, it's like it's a
feel
grind.
that for 40-some
It's a
years.
rough grind,
Yeah,
and
it is.
If you can stick it out though, and you keep bettering your craft, you can make it.
Yeah.
I think one guy pointed out it's probably the most difficult type of entertainment out there, because other entertainers have ways of entertaining you that isn't just standing up and talking.
Sure.
It's
you know
one
what
of
I
the
mean?
reasons-
Musicians have all their instruments and talented that way.
Yeah.
Entertainers, when it comes to like sports, they're entertaining you through their sports. Stand-up comedians are probably the most difficult entertainment business to get into.
It's one of the reasons why you saw
for sure.
people like Cedric the Entertainer take an idea and go, okay, if the comedy's not working, I've got these other things.
Right.
He would actually do that. I think
Yeah.
Bernie Mac did some of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks that we lost him early.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac was
great.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Tell you something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
The way he breathed when he talked before he
Yeah.
talked to you.
In Bad Santa,
Oh yeah.
dude, he was fucking amazing in
dude.
that.
He was so good in that.
Man
film.
likes large women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was great in that.
Got some mouth on you,
fucking,
little man.
What's the? God damn it! What's the other guy that died in it? John. What the fuck? The guy from Three's Company.
Oh, John Ritter.
John Ritter.
Yeah.
I
John-
follow his
Oh
son.
yeah, he was great in that
Ritter
too.
was
man.
amazing
He was
in it.
hilarious.
I follow his son
He
on
really
TikTok.
likes to
Looks exactly
have sex
like him.
in weird places. What, like
Yeah.
the back of a car? No, like the asshole.
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
you're not gonna.
You're like fucking somebody in the ass.
right?
Yeah,
For weeks.
And he's
How uncomfortable he was about talking.
And he's
about
talking to Bernie Mac, who's got a cigarette ashtray with like 90 cigarettes in it. Just
giant cup of Metamucil right in front of him.
Exactly. Yo, eating that orange.
Well, their story within that movie was like a separate story.
That's what I
It
mean.
was
They
so
could have
good.
done it. They could have done an offshoot of that.
just
It
those
was
two
really
interacting.
good.
Him being a detective, kind of the head of the security.
Uh-huh.
And what was John Ritter? Like he was
He was
the
the head of the
was
mall.
like
head of the mall.
Yeah,
That's
he was
right.
the
Yeah.
supervisor or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
manager.
the head, the mall manager.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it sucked to hear him go. He was
John Ritter
he had
was
a different
legend,
approach
man.
of comedy. He was very slapstick. I know from
Well,
Three's Company.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was definitely more of a Chevy Chase style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Very much
that's
so.
a good.
And then
way to
I think
describe
later
it.
on, he still maintained some of that, but he ended up getting into some other stuff.
His cameos were great. Whenever
Yeah.
he showed up
Oh, yeah.
on a cameo.
And I love,
he was a fucking legend, man.
I love the movie. My favorite fucking anything of his is Stay Tuned.
Oh yeah, stay tuned.
Stay
I
tuned.
vaguely
Oh, yeah.
remember that one.
It's
as
where
well.
where he gets.
I remember it.
He gets a remote to a fucking new satellite system, and when he changes the channel, him and his wife get sucked into
That's
the fucking.
right, yeah.
And it's actually hell.
Isn't it like a rated R one?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably why I never watched it.
I think it is. I think it
Actually,
is. And they even had the,
PG-13 maybe. I
It
don't
might
know.
have
But
been
it was like
PG-13,
old,
but it was old-
PG-13
yes.
from back in the day.
old school
yeah.
where it's actually really
They could show
yeah,
nipples
yeah.
and butt
rated R.
crack and all that, but they,
Yeah.
Well, my favorite thing in there was him. He got sucked into fucking Three's Company in one of them, and that's where he screams the loudest because he's like,
It was
"No."
PG.
Was it PG?
It was PG.
Jesus
yeah.
But it was like 80s, 90s PG, which is basically PG-13.
Early 90s. Yeah. And it was great.
So I remember PG movies from back then where they said like fucking shit. You know.
Well, technically in PG and PG-13, I believe you're allowed one fuck. You're allowed, I think, one nipple, or maybe it's like one breast
side
scene.
nipple. It's a side boob.
Yeah, it's so weird, or an ass crack.
But also the rules were different back then than they are today too.
Seemingly.
Well, no, today
you gotta remember they're all voted on.
You can show full breasts as long as you identify as a man.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow,
it's true.
I mean, I guess that one movie that in the 80s where the chick did identify as a guy the whole fucking movie as an experiment. That would have worked because she shows breasts at the very end.
Tu Wong Fu?
No, that was definitely not Tu Wong Fu.
Was it that Bond one? No, that was the transgender.
No, this one. No, I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
No, this one was the chick. She's a reporter. She goes into a high school.
He's all that?
It's not that.
He's all that.
I'm sure if I just typed in a couple of words.
No, I think I know what you're talking about.
I know.
Because they did that. They did that story a couple of times.
The high school. Oh wait.
It's a high school one.
I know what you're talking about.
And then and she's her best friend through the whole movie thinks it's a dude.
Yeah.
Thinks she's a dude.
She looks like Johnny from
and she's like
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you mean? And she's got monster tits.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the? How did she fucking hide those?
Was that called like Just One of the Guys or something?
Yes, one of the guys.
One of the guys.
She was hot in that.
Yeah.
Well, when she was a chick, when she's just as a dude, she was like,
I remember that.
You're like, oh wait, should I have these feelings? I think that's the name of it. Let me see if I can find
it. I think it was that late 80s?
It was late 80s.
Because it was Danny LaRusso, the actor that played. He was the love interest, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't.
Who was the love interest in that?
Let's see. I can find the
one of the Karate Kid cast members were in
Kid.
that. I swear to God.
But it wasn't Ralph Macchio.
It's 1985. Oh yeah, William Zabka.
William Zabka. It was the blonde guy.
It was the blonde guy. I remember that.
It was Johnny.
Johnny was the love interest, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or he was the bully.
He wasn't the love interest.
He was not. He was
the love interest. Was the dark brown haired guy.
The dark.
I forget what his name was, but
God damn, none of these.
Because she tried making a move on him or something at some point and embarrassed him in front of everybody.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't care because she's a chick.
Yeah, but he didn't know that. Everyone called him a after that. I put a number down on that one. Sorry.
Yeah, Just One of the Guys from 1985. I remember that movie just being like, this is a fucked up movie. They couldn't do this movie now.
Well, the Matthew Broderick one, when it was Dungeons and Dragons, I think it was.
Was there another Dungeons and Dragons?
There's an old one in the 1980s or something like that.
I didn't know they made one in the 80s.
Some chick pretended to be a guy. I can't remember. It was. So
it's not Dungeons and Dragons.
It was a similar.
Just look up Matthew.
No, wait. Matthew Broderick. It was Lady Hawk.
Was it Lady Hawk with a chick acting like a man, and then jumps in the lake with him and sees his dick, or he sees her vagina and freaks out? That might not have been Matthew Broderick. It was another guy.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
But I think there was a Dungeons and
Dragons
in the 80s.
Well,
Tim looks it up and it just comes up with a transsexual porn.
Lady Hawk had Matthew Broderick and it had Michelle Pfeiffer and Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, we talked about that one like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
When we finally figured out fucking the name of that movie that I also now forgot again, that has Liam Neeson in it.
Oh yeah, Kroll.
No. The one, it's a two name. It's like the dude's name based on a true story.
Oh, Rob Roy.
Yeah,
that was what it was. Yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
It's a good movie.
It's
a really good fucking movie.
I remember that one because it took me like 20 minutes to figure out what the fucking name of the movie is, and you guys are talking about something else, and I in the background during a pause go, Rob Roy! It's fucking Rob Roy!
It's Rob
Roy!
Yeah.
You guys, Tim's like, oh, okay.
What the fuck was it?
Because I remember it had a badass sword in it too that split into 3 swords, and then he poked it at someone. One of the short sword blades shot off, and oh my god, I can't remember. It was so fucking cool.
That's ringing a bell.
It was like a magical sword that he thrust it, and one of the sword blades would fly off into the target. And actually, that's how he killed the dragon. And it may not have been Matthew Broderick. It might have been this other blonde-haired actor. Now I can't remember his name.
Which is not what Matthew Broderick looks like.
Was it Dragon Slayer? No, not Dragon Slayer.
I can't. No. One of those things I watched as a kid that just.
He said Matthew Broderick.
No, it wasn't Matthew Broderick. That was Lady Hawk.
Was it Glory?
Yeah, that's Lady Hawk.
Glory, right?
No.
With Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman.
We're getting close. I think.
Glory?
I think we're getting really close.
Is it Glory?
Yeah,
I think it was Glory.
Glory's a lot like Dungeons and Dragons.
Of course, there's a lot of dragons in there.
There's a lot of magical swords, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah,
a lot of
about the Massachusetts 54th. The entire regiment died
called.
trying to Fort Sumter. Is that not the one we're talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly the one we're talking about.
What kind of style movie would you call that? Is it just fantasy?
Just
Last
fantasy.
of the Mohicans? Was that
fantasy. Yeah, it was definitely starring
Matthew Broderick.
Wes Studi.
Who?
Wes
Who's
Studi.
Wes Studi?
He's the guy from Last of the Mohicans. He plays the bad guy.
In every movie?
Yes.
Or he
But
just
he's
plays.
great.
Or he just plays a Native American in every movie.
But he's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Excalibur?
I
Maybe it was
thought he was
Excalibur. No, it wasn't Excalibur.
Was it Excalibur? No, not Excalibur.
Sword and Sorcerer?
Sword and Sorcerer, maybe.
Dude, we always have one moment in the show, and it's not every
Well,
show.
because these are like 80s movies
I know.
grew up watching, but like it's hard to remember them.
It's hard to remember the names, but you remember the scenes that stuck out.
Right. Because when he said the three,
I don't remember any of that, so I've never seen it.
The three-pronged, like
You know what I'm
dagger,
talking about?
I can see it in my head. Yeah.
Beastmaster. Was it Beastmaster?
No, it
Translucent
wasn't
sword
Beastmaster.
tip would fly off
Yeah,
of it.
I know what you're talking about. I know I've seen that movie before. I just cannot fucking
can't
remember
place
what
it
it's
either.
called.
Tim just watched a porn parody of a movie. It was a three-pronged dildo.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm trying to look at the cast members.
You are never going to find this.
I'm never.
Well, the reason you're not going to find it because looking at
it
the
might
cast
have been Sword of the Sorcerer.
Well, also there were so
Tim-
many fantasy movies back then in the 80s too that it's kind of hard.
And the reason you're not going to find it by looking at cast members is you're going to look at cast members of what they look like now.
It was Sword and the Sorcerer.
Was it Sword and the Sorcerer?
Yeah, because
okay.
there's the sword that has the three blades on it.
Oh, dude, I saw the sword right there.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
now
Sword and the Sorcerer.
This actually is kind of a letdown because you've said that like 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was a great flashback for everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for sticking with us for that journey.
I have no idea what they're talking about. I've never seen this movie.
It's campy. We'll say that. It's campy.
If you didn't grow up in the 80s and get to watch these movies, you haven't lived.
Yeah, you haven't had
No, there's definitely
TMC or whatever it was.
good
Turner
fucking
classic movies and
Oh, I thought you said THC.
That was another TNT before that.
TNT was not the same.
It turned into TMC, didn't it?
No.
No, TMC.
TNT is still on.
Was
Or
TMC
TCM.
Or no,
was the
TNT
movie.
is more like FX.
Turner Classic
TCM
Movies.
was Turner Classic Movies.
Right.
TMC, that was like one of the premium channels.
No,
back in the day.
TNT. There was a
TNT.
channel.
TNT is not anything like it. It's like
No.
FX.
Yeah.
Did it become
I
FX?
think it did.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it
what
did
was.
too. Yeah.
I think Fox bought them out and then turned it their FX channel.
Because TNT used to be Ted Turner's channel.
Dude, that guy made a fuck ton of money off of shit like that.
Oh yeah. Well, he also owned WCW back in the day too. Remember that
But what I'm
wrestling
saying, I think most of his money he made from ended up somehow getting deals within television companies for partial ownership.
one? Oh, I see.
Like he would get on a show and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll take a fucking really cheap paycheck, but I want 6% or this percent." You know what I mean? Like that's how he ended up making his fucking money. And then he bought like half of a state.
Yeah, well, because he was rich as fuck.
Yeah, he was like a billionaire.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, isn't that the guy that just like hosts television shows from time to time?
Well, actually, he didn't ever host any shows. He was just this guy behind the scenes. He like
I thought he
owned
hosted
everything.
something. I
don't
thought he
think
hosted
so.
one thing.
I don't remember hosting. Maybe I didn't see it, but I
Let's
know
see.
he was like mostly like a CEO. You know, he owned the.
I swear he hosted something.
He owned the Turner Company or whatever it was.
Keep talking.
He owned a lot of shit actually. I think he even owned, was it Viacom or something like that? I forget. Fuck.
Dude, he's still alive?
Is he?
What the fuck?
Holy shit. Ted
He's
Turner.
85 years old.
Ted Turner is 85 years old.
Organizations founded CNN,
CNN.
WCW, Ted's
WCW.
Montana Grill, TNT, and more.
There you go.
And I clicked on
Some
more.
big ones.
It's a lot. The Cartoon Network.
Wow. Cartoon Network.
CNN
huh?
Espanol, CNN Philippines, United Nations Foundation, Nuclear Threat Initiative, Turner Entertainment, Turner Enterprises, Turner Broadcasting, Warner Brothers Discovery.
Jesus.
More Turner Broadcasting, more Warner Brothers Discovery, different version, and a lot more Warner Brothers
I'm guessing
Discovery.
he owns Turner Classic Movies.
It doesn't say that.
No?
That's the only one it doesn't say.
Yeah, wow.
But my guess would be yes.
Yeah, you'd think it was. I
Dude, he
mean, unless
owns
it's a different
everything.
Turner.
I
that
wasn't
owns
paying
it.
attention to you guys at all. I was looking at tits.
What
God,
tits? Go ahead and show me.
The
I like
one you were
tits.
talking about.
Oh, that chick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Way bit,
Well,
dude.
Oh, the chick from Just One of the Guys.
The whole fucking movie, you're like, I mean, they're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah,
and then she
they
opens
pop
those-
up.
Yeah, she taped them down pretty
fucking
good.
And those
huge.
fucking sweater puppets were
They were
amazing.
fucking
yeah,
huge. No, puppies, not puppets, you dipshit.
sweater puppets.
No,
I've heard
puppies.
them called sweater puppets.
Speaking of which, Tupperware's tanking. Did you
Yeah.
guys hear about that?
Yeah.
The stock is just fucking gone.
But do you want to
What's
know
taken?
why? Because Tupperware was stupid,
Oh.
and their fucking whole business model was you have a Tupperware party, and then you buy from us.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Things
had,
that
nobody's had a Tupperware
But-
party since
But Kevin,
1995.
they're going, you have a party with this stuff, you buy from us the thing that you can also buy just at the store that's better quality now. Because we haven't changed our formula. It's like like a weed dealer that you've had or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the state just legalized? No, you still buy from us, even though you got 85 stores that sell it for less and it's better quality.
So basically, the last high point they had was back when Batman Returns came out.
It's probably early 2000s, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Well, they had a bump from Napoleon Dynamite.
That probably, no, he's probably
Yeah,
right.
they probably did.
That
Everyone
was
was like, oh, yeah, Tupperware. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
that was it was a
Tupperware.
sleeper hit. And the thing is, we all called everything Tupperware.
Yeah.
Anything that was like, oh, there's a plastic thing with a plastic lid that snapped on.
Let me grab you a Tupperware. Put
Tupperware.
some
Yeah.
Put it
It
in the
became
Tupperware.
just a general term.
Or as my dad would call it, Tuckerware.
Tuckerware?
I don't know why. I think he just misheard it once, and then that was it.
Well, yeah, that one
Oh.
comedian called it Tubber.
Oh, yeah.
Tupperware.
Did you hear the
Tupperware.
same thing that I heard with her on it, Miss Pat?
No, this is
It's Pat.
Oh, no, Miss Pat's different.
Oh,
Way
no, this
different.
is the guy from not Crank
I mean,
Yankers,
technically,
the
it's
three
not-
guys that make fun of that pull pranks on each other.
The three guys?
There's-
that
there
did
were
things?
four.
Four guys,
technically.
yeah. What is that
Oh,
called?
you talk about
Jesus, I'm terrible tonight.
Impractical Jokers.
There we
Impractical
go.
Jokers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
an interview with him, and he corrected one of his.
Which one of them?
Sal.
Sal Volcano?
Yeah.
Sal
It's like,
Volcano.
I thought I heard that, baby.
So
Tupper.
here's one of the things that I
Tupper.
really like about Sal Volcano, right? Sal Volcano's on a fucking like major show,
He's afraid of cats.
and he could easily be fucking canceled for going on certain shows, but he still goes on the Legion of Skanks,
Yeah.
and I fucking love that. Sal, because he's also a stand-up. He does stand-up comedy.
No, he's very funny.
He's
Yeah.
a funny dude, but
He can't hold his laughs in though when they try to do. What
No,
Eddie
and he
was.
falls over
Yeah.
whenever he starts laughing.
Yeah, he loses all those.
that's also one of the
competitions a
reasons
lot.
why it's so fun.
Yeah, that's what I like watching. Is when I watch to see them fail, not
Yeah.
win.
My mom loves that show. I never really got into it because I was
That's
just like,
hilarious.
well, for me, I was just like, I watched Jackass and the bar was much higher. You know what I mean?
This is a different. This is
Yeah,
a
they do
type.
different kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I know it's
so,
different,
yeah.
but for me, it was just like Jackass. I kind of want to
Jackass,
see people
there's like
hurt each other.
stunts and
Yeah, this
do
is hidden
stupid shit
camera
like
all the
that.
way.
You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to like hidden camera shows. Like, what was the
Candid camera.
Candid Camera? Yeah.
Yeah.
Candid Camera. I remember watching that.
Punked.
I hated Punked.
Christ,
Because I was
you're
not
on
a fan of-
Candid
It was all
Camera.
scripted.
I was not a fan of Ashton Kutcher doing this shit.
It was
Yeah.
all scripted.
And then it led into stupid shit where you've got fucking Chris Angel doing his version of Punked. Oh, I'm gonna drive fucking what's her face in my car blindfolded the whole way. Haha, I got her. And it's like, what?
Why?
This is dumb.
You're not a mind freak.
Yeah. Mind freak. But that was back before when he tried to keep his fucking persona of,
Are you ready?
I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm the only real magician. And then finally
David Blaine, he still claims that his magic's real. Still claims
I hate
that.
that shit.
Yeah, it's
This is why I like
None
Penn
of your
and Teller.
magic is real.
Well, this is why I like Penn and Teller so much, and I think that Chris Angel started saying that, this is all bullshit, was because he got called out so many times by Penn and Teller. Like they were kind of friends at one point.
well, magicians have an unspoken code. They're not supposed to do that shit.
Well,
no, they can call each other out. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's you can't show someone how they.
You're
the
not
trick's
supposed
done.
to show how the trick's
how
done.
your
yeah.
trick is done.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you do a trick and another magician
That's
knows
the
how
code.
it's done, they're not supposed. That's why all
You
the
can't-
magicians hated the masked magician.
Yeah.
Because he would go on national television to show
And
you
he'd
how
show
tricks were done.
people, yeah.
Some of them were so stupid. You're like, why didn't I think of that? Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's two
Well,
pillars.
that's the shit about magic is the dumb
misdirection
answer is
and
always the
shit
fucking
like that,
best.
yeah.
Well, some of them are so dumb. Like, here's two pillars. The lady's over here, and then poof, she's over here. No, she's still over here. She's laying down. Her twin's over here, standing up.
Yeah, that was
That's
that
it.
Right,
That's
right.
all it is. It was simple.
The Prestige pointed that one out for us.
Yeah. Well,
Great
no,
movie. Hugh Jackman and
Well, he was actually
that might have been in there, but
he was
masked
actually
magician-
cloning them and killing them. In
yeah,
in
but the
that
original
one.
was a twin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I think
Spoiler
the mask.
alert.
I think before the Prestige of the Masked Magician did it, he showed how that one was
Yeah.
done.
Everybody, I think, should have known that one.
Well, I didn't, Tim. I was
Well,
I was mystified. Well, this is why I hated Chris Angel so much, is because he was like, well, we don't do any cuts. And it's like, okay, so how did you get from the ground down here under a garbage can, no sewer hole or anything, to up above the stage? And how did you levitate across Vegas?
Right.
Without camera tricks.
The helicopter doing it above
Chopper.
you. It just wasn't in the fucking scene.
Yeah. Oh, cut the boom mic.
Deceptive
And then
editing.
we'll edit in our own well, that's what it was. It was always edited. And then you'd look and you'd be like, wait, the crowd's different than it was before.
Right.
Oh, no, this is all one shot, guys. One shot. I fucking hated that.
Yeah, if he says it's one shot, it's not one
No,
shot.
I've seen
it's just edited
it must
well.
be one shot.
I've seen 15 camera changes.
Yeah.
How's that one shot?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hair's different.
Yeah, right.
He's black now.
It's my stand-in, Reggie. But
kind of looks like me.
Just for the dangerous shit, guys.
but that's the thing. Like, no, you're just doing movie magic.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what we call it.
And
That's why they called it movie magic.
That's the thing about those street magicians and all that with literally plants, like people that are planted in for those scenes.
Sure.
I don't mind
to
that
show
so
surprise
much.
and act like they don't know what's going on, but that's all an act.
I think you take that too far.
It pisses me off.
No, but I do think you take that too far.
It's a hot person going, "Oh my God, wow!"
I think you think every single one of them does that. I disagree 100%.
I agree that not all of them have plants.
I think that there are there's certain
the popular ones do.
I don't think so. I don't agree with you on that.
You don't
and
think David Blaine has plants?
Not necessarily.
On his street magic?
No.
I think some of them...
90% of his street magic is a lot of card tricks.
Yeah, some of them are...
He does a ton of card tricks, and those surprise people. I'm sorry, people are stupid. We're all surprised. I still don't know how they do half the shit, but if I was shown, I'd be like, oh, wow, that's super easy.
No, I wish I wouldn't have been shown.
Yes, it takes away all the excitement. Now there's none.
Okay,
you ruined all my excitement.
Fucking sleeping.
Kevin, you didn't have
I
any
didn't
excitement
fall asleep.
at all
I
in
know.
the show. What are you talking about? Ruined your excitement.
I worked a 10-hour shift today.
I worked 7.
I think I only had like 5.
Jesus.
I hate you.
No, it's 6. 6 hours. But an hour of it was spent eating burritos.
Yeah, I also hate you. I didn't get back in time for the line not to be fucking 30 feet fucking people in front of me. And I just went, you know what? I'm not going to let the dog sit in the kennel for this much longer.
Yeah, that's an announcement you haven't told anyone
I
about
know.
yet.
I got a puppy. I got a
doggy.
purebred Rottweiler puppy. And I grew up with Rottweilers. You did this already.
And she doesn't hear her again.
She doesn't do that. That's not at all.
That's your dog.
Nope.
That's your dog.
That poor. It's not yet.
She doesn't do that.
She's doing that right now. She's in the show.
She's
doing
laying
it right now because
I
Shane
guarantee you,
beats her.
I know what she's doing. She's just laying there.
What she should do is get yourself a camera, one of them streaming cameras,
And watch her just not
check
do
her.
any of the things
Check
that
on
you're
her.
thinking of.
Yeah.
She's a better dog than your dog.
I got a camera watching mine all the time just to be sure.
Yeah?
Yep.
You find out that she's like actually...
And it's cool as my camera is I can talk to her and I can hear her.
I was going to say, you like find out she's actually a member of Al-Qaeda and has been calling out Hezbollah hits.
That could
She's
explain
she's been calling out Hezbollah hits.
She's a Freemason.
Have you heard about that?
Kevin, fucking pull it up!
This is the latest thing about that.
I just said
the
talking about
bullshit,
Hezbollah
dude.
hits. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Tim gets the hint. You don't get the hint.
Yeah.
What am
I
I
told
directing here? I am not. You guys
I'm not
are
awake
story.
today.
You guys are the
Announce
worst,
it, dude.
You guys are the worst.
We don't need to see
orchestra
that guy
ever.
first. Let's do the headline first.
So anyway, first thing, so apparently, and this is just what's been kind of speculated. It's not really been reported because I don't think Israel's taking claim for it.
No, they won't.
No, because
they're just staying silent on this.
Because what is Israel's fucking special or not special force? Their CIA called
Mossad.
Mossad, yeah. Mossad has done some fucking crazy shit over the years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've watched Munich.
Yeah, great fucking
All that
movie.
shit
based on
basically
real shit,
happened.
Yeah,
well,
it
what's
did.
happening now?
So what happened now is, like, apparently in Lebanon, all at the same time, like 3,000.
This is so fucking awesome.
Or, well, like roughly like 1,000 fucking pagers
Yeah.
and like 15 to 30
Yeah, so it was in the
radios.
it was in the shipment of
I'll let you take
3,000.
over.
It was in the shipment of 3,000. Oh, actually no, a shipment of 5,000 pagers, and there was 3,000
Pagers.
people
Beepers.
injured. Beepers, sorry.
Yeah, pagers and beepers. Whatever.
Nearly
as we all know,
the shit we used back in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, Lebanon has the under the sea enchantment dance right
for
now.
the fucking drug dealers and shit like that, or the rich
No,
teenagers.
this is just how people communicate in a place where they still communicate by beep 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 beep.
Well,
beep,
from
beep,
what
beep,
I
beep,
understand,
beep,
well,
beep,
no, from what I understand, was they, well, they would, they didn't want their transmissions to be caught by Israel, so they decided this is a safer way for them to communicate.
But they
using their cell
but they
phones.
bought them all from Israel with
Not
shape
safe the
charges
way
in
they
them.
thought. Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh shit, these
Only
are
place
cheap.
we can get them from is Israel.
But the thing is that
Quick, put them in different name.
Hey, Habib, why did you buy this from Israel? They know how to bargain.
I bought it under Bob's name.
No, they just know how to bargain.
But at first they thought it was just the batteries overheating and some random thing, and then it became no, this is a terrorist attack. And then it was an attack on terror.
But it's a very apparent that
attack on terror
1,000
sounds like a movie,
pagers
right?
at the same time
Yeah.
and 30 fucking
Far too coincidental.
30
for
fucking
that.
radios at the same
Yeah.
exact time blow up.
Yeah.
And
Fucking awesome.
kill, what was it, killed 20?
20 people were killed and
3,000 injured.
3,000 injured. That's total.
Yeah. Bring up the guy on the bike,
Two
dude.
children were killed.
Yeah.
Bring up the guy on the bike.
This
This
guy
dude right here, it's hard to tell if he's actually dead or not.
Shane thinks he's dead. I don't think he's dead. I think he's just hurting. He's just like, owie.
No, he's sleepy.
Owie, this burns
Look
me.
at that right there.
So,
man.
yeah, he had his pager right on his hip where you would have one, and right in his moped.
Fucking blew up.
And then fucking all at the same time, boom. They must
So
have
you're at the grocery store, right, and you hear this.
Okay, you can go to something different.
Fuck! Boom!
It's just fucking cracks me up thinking about that, because there was an actual grocery
You
store
know that would
incident
be the
like
song that
Yeah.
Well,
plays.
I was gonna say, Tim thinks of it the way I think of it right now, is my guess, in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We're on the same page.
This is hilarious, dude.
Like this is how like Wile E. Coyote would try to get the
Exactly.
Roadrunner.
I could just see the Israel
Bottom
sit
from
behind
Acme.
the button. It's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, don't, dude. It's too much.
Oh, Pinky,
I'm
what are we
fucking
gonna
doing
do
it.
tonight? You know,
We're gonna blow up Hezbollah.
the same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world.
Right.
Let's start with Hezbollah.
And it's Pinky in the brain.
But that's how at first, when this first happened, media was reporting it as a terrorist attack.
Yeah, because the media's stupid.
And then it became, oh, this is an attack on the terrorists.
Well, no, but you also got to remember they're probably going to actually still be like in Lebanon. It's probably going to still be reported as a terrorist attack,
Right?
Probably.
And they might have some point on it because it's an outside influence blowing things up for political.
Well, some agencies are still
technically
trying
that
to
would
say
be,
that are actually trying to say no, this is just a malfunction.
Yeah.
There are still news agencies even now saying no, that it was just it was a malfunction.
Yeah, because pagers usually
There
have
were
like
bad
crazy
batteries.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
pagers usually have crazy
So you got
lithium-ion
3 different stories of the
explosive
goddamn
batteries.
thing. And now it's what walkie-talkies today. I heard about walkie-talkies blowing
Radios.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were one of the stories I read was they were at a funeral for one of the people that died from the pagers, and a walkie-talkie blew up and injured a whole bunch of people at the funeral.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're not letting up on this thing.
Well,
No, hell no, they
the
ain't.
crazy thing is, you talking about the market thing. I actually watched the video at the market.
Yeah, you
It's
saw that
fucking
too,
insane.
didn't you?
So there's a video of the market, right? There's this guy walking around, and it's not focused on him. He's off to the left-hand corner. He's, at a produce island and looking at stuff. And there's a guy that walks right next to him. And then it's kind of this little build, and then all of a sudden it explodes. You see, like, the rafters kind of, have dust and shit come off.
Yeah,
of
it wasn't a pop or something like this. Is a fucking explosion.
it's straight up explosion, right?
It's not some
the guy
fucking
standing
simple-
next to him, pretty safe, runs off, right? so
I don't blame him.
well, this is why my guess is 100% shaped charges. So they're going in one
Probably.
direction only, inside and not out, right? Now you might get a minimal amount of shrapnel on the outside, but you're getting all of it, the rest of it inside. And
all the evidence is blown up.
yeah, the dude that got hit just dropped, did not move after that. I mean, like, he did kind of, but I mean, it looks like death throes or
For
death
sure.
throws, and dude's done.
muscle
that's close
spasms
to a
and
lot of
stuff.
tendons and major nerves and major.
Oh,
major
yeah,
arteries.
man, that would
It's-
fuck you
yeah,
up.
you got
Yeah,
that one right
absolutely.
there.
It's just below the artery.
Yeah, the
not
artery
the
right there.
nerves. Fuck the nerves. They don't want to hit the nerves. They want to hit the artery. You might hit the kidneys if they're shaped in the right direction. If it hits the kidneys, you're pretty much done.
I can see that now. Yeah, that would wipe you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of the bleeding will be internal and not external.
For sure. Yeah, that would definitely ruin your weekend.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking wild. It's good that I remembered this thing.
Yeah, it was a good topic. That's something we need to be talking about.
Yeah, well, it's fucking wild.
I'm curious to see what happens tomorrow. What's blowing up tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well, like, this time it's going to be little like stuffed animals or something.
I know a lot of people like
hearing aids and shit like that.
There's a bunch of people that really don't like Israel right now. We call them anti-Semites. And it's weird that they're the side that's like, everyone's a Nazi, and then they're being Nazis.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Exactly.
You know.
People
they only care if the trains run on time. That's it.
As long as the trains run on time, it's all good.
That's all they care about. And that we get an Autobahn.
That would be nice, though.
Oh, an Autobahn would be fucking great. Just go as fast as you want. Like, there's spots in Montana.
I'd
that's
really
it.
like that.
But the people always, they talk shit about Israel as a country. But I've always, like, looking at Mossad, I just like the way they handle shit. It's like, oh, you fucked us up? Guess what? You're fucked up, and everyone around
we're
you.
We're going to fuck you up tenfold.
They do it mafia style.
But that's the thing is that America was like, oh my God, we had no idea this was going to happen. Of course you wouldn't know anything about this because they don't want you to know anything about it.
They want you to be surprised.
You would have told them.
Well, yeah, especially with the regime in now, now. Had this been, I think had this been Trump's term, they would have probably talked to him.
Fuck yeah, I want to see what happens.
Yeah, Trump would have been like, dude, can I send a pager? I want to know that
we're going to make better ones.
Yeah.
They're going to be stronger.
We make great pages. We're
going to send them cell phones.
The best pagers.
Some people say the greatest of pages.
We're going to call them the Trump phones.
They're called
Obama's got his own phone. I have my own phone.
So what do you guys want to call it?
Yeah, we can call it on that. End it with a bang.
Hey-o.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening to the SKIDS Podcast. Tell your friends. Yeah, goodbye. Peace.
Like it.